Thank you for joining from wherever you are. And we are looking at women making money by daring to live out their dreams. We have today the very beautiful Heather Evans, who is the owner and CEO of Be Fit Forever. Hello, Heather, and welcome to the show.
Hi, Martha. How are you?
I'm doing great. Great to have you.
Thank you for
So,
having me.
you are a woman who is daring to live her dreams, right? We just heard from the first speaker how she was talking about dreams, but you are actually in it. First of all, tell us about what you do.
What don't I do?
That's a good one.
Wow. I do a number of things. I am a truck driver. I am also a personal trainer. I also teach women's self-defense, which is what my passion is. I've done a little bit of caregiving. I'm also a Navy veteran as well. So I'm pretty well rounded, I think.
You definitely are stretching. You're just out there, and like I said, it takes guts to be able to do all that. Sometimes we feel like we have one thing and we hold on to that, and that's where we just kind of like it's safe there, it's okay. But it takes guts to go further, to expand, to push yourself, do some more new things. I mean, you're driving a truck. That's I mean, tell me about.
I had to think outside the box. 2018, I actually retired from healthcare industry, Aetna, and my vision was to teach self-defense full time. But shortly after that, divorce happened. So, I had to kind of reinvent myself. So I started doing other things that would help me get to where I needed to be,
Right.
because I felt like I was stuck, and like so many other women, we've taken care of the kids, we've taken care of our husbands, we've taken care of family, and we put all these people before us, and we lose ourselves in all of that. So the divorce was sort of kind of unexpected, but it propelled me to do something different.
Right.
So rather than rely on this person to get me from point A to point B, I decided, okay, I'm going to take control of my life. I'm going to do it for me. If I don't do it for anybody else, I'm going to do it for me.
Wow.
And that was my motivation into starting, my own business.
That's amazing. I hear you just say, you were doing it for you. And that takes personal recognition that this is about me. Sometimes life has to happen for us to be able to wake up and say, okay, I've been doing it wrong. I've been wearing that dress inside out. I've been, living for everybody else. But what about me? And for you to just say those words, I hear it so clearly saying, okay, I need to do this for me. And that's what you said. Women, we don't do things for ourselves. A lot of times we hold on, we think we're pleasing ourselves by pleasing everyone else. Right. But there's a hole on the inside. There's like a vacuum, and it's just eating us up because we're not following our hearts to do what we really want to do.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. I think a lot of women have dreams and they want to do their dreams, but they have these roadblocks in their way each time. So they may say, okay, I'm going to go to school, back to school, and do whatever.
Right.
And then something happens with the kids.
Something happens. Something always happens.
Something happens with the kids.
And it's so perfect, the timing. It just shows up right then when you're like, I'm trying to get my life in order, and then something just shows up.
Something happens.
And of course we stop.
We do. But I look at it not as a setback, but a setup. I had to change the way that I thought. I had to change my thought process, because if I stayed in that little box, I would never be doing what I'm doing right now. It's important for every woman to think outside the box. Don't just be in a square. There's more out there than a square. You have to enlarge your territory.
Right.
In the way that you think, and the way that you have your finances, and even in the way that you take care of your family. Some things have to change. We can't do the same old things that we used to. This is not 1960 or 40s where the woman is in the kitchen cooking and, that's her job.
Right.
No, that's not her job.
No.
That's not our job. Society would want us to be that way, but that's not our job. Our job is to take care of us first. You love yourself first, and when you love yourself, that love protrudes everywhere else. It overflows into everybody else, and then you can give them everything that they need to get to the next level. So I just think that we as women, we get a bad deal sometimes, but that's not something that we should take as a negative thing. You take I've heard the saying, you make lemons into lemonade. Mm-hmm. I would challenge each woman not to just make lemonade, but put some berries in it, put some mangoes, put some fruit in it, put some spice in it, spice it up.
I love it.
You do something different. You spice it up. You don't not regular, no more regular stuff all the time.
Wow.
Because we were created to be something great, and greatness. You have failures, but failure doesn't mean you stop.
Absolutely.
Failure means you just keep going. It propels you. That's what motivates me. I'm like, if I hit a roadblock, I have to take a step back and be like, okay, well, that way wasn't the right way.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is.
That wasn't right. So let me go back and figure out what I did. I retraced my steps, and then I said, okay, I found the kink here.
Right.
So instead of going left, I'm going to go right.
Right.
And then I figure it out. And
out.
if another roadblock comes, it's the same thing. I don't stop.
Right.
I mean, even though, sometimes you get roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. Sometimes they say if it isn't one thing, it's another, but that's not your end game.
Right. I think it's important for these roadblocks to show, but it's how you handle them.
Right.
And actually handle them, because sometimes they come and then people just stop.
Yeah.
And they don't want to handle it. Just put just hide under the covers. I can't do this no more. But under the covers, take some time out and ask yourself, okay, let's work on this. Let's really work on this. What is happening here? Speaking to yourself, being truthful to yourself, acknowledging those things, going there, having those discussions, and then being able to launch out, like you said, from them into the next thing. That's what growth is.
Definitely.
That's what growth is. So getting into the business that you have, right, do you want to share with us some of the challenges you've had? What were some of the action steps you actually had to take to get you on this journey of, starting your business? And just share with us some of the challenges. Is this like a new business? And what are some action steps you actually took to get to where you are right now?
Okay. So I had this great idea. I'm very passionate about teaching people different things, and I when it comes to self-defense, I think everybody should know how to defend themselves. I think everybody should know how to be aware of their surroundings. With the day and age that we live now, you have to have some kind of knowledge of what happens if I go into Walmart and there's an active shooter. What do I do?
Wow.
So. And I also like to help people not necessarily lose weight, but change their lifestyle. I don't look at it as losing weight. I look at it as having a healthy lifestyle.
Right.
When people have New Year's resolutions, well, resolutions run out. They do. People don't stick to them. They might stick to them like maybe a week, a month, or whatever. But a lifestyle is an actual change. You're changing everything about your life, everything that you used to do. You're changing it, and you're going into a positive direction,
Right.
and it's better for you as a person. And I often say, you can't have great wealth if you don't have good health.
Nice. I think I'm going to steal that.
You're more than welcome to. A lot of people talk about, getting money and making money, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love it. I want to make money. I am making money.
That's actually the
right
question
now.
I wanted to ask you, the next one, because we're talking about empowering women financially, taking charge of their financial lives. I mean, I've heard stories over and over again where a woman is like tied to a relationship, tied to a business, tied to a job, tied to so many things that she doesn't want because of finances.
Right.
So, why is it important? We can't talk about it enough for a woman to be able to make her own money or make money to some degree. or
Well,
taking charge of her financial life?
I think it's important first and foremost so that you don't have to depend on anybody else. You know, whatever you want to do, you do it on your own, and you have the ability to say yay or nay. You don't have to go, to a person and say, oh, well, can I get this or can I get that? Because a lot of times when we're in, marriages or relationships or so on and so forth, most women, aren't really working. They're just taking care of the kids.
Right.
So they're allotted,
Right.
a certain amount of money, whatever.
Right.
But even in that, you still want to be able to get your own. There's nothing like having your own. There's nothing wrong with having it together.
Right.
But having your own gives you the ability to make your own decisions. It puts you in the driver's seat and not someone else. And I think that is the most important thing when you are talking about getting your own business and stepping out of the box and doing what you want to do, what you love to do, what you're passionate about. I often say also, if you're passionate about something, you do it for free. So if you're doing it for free, it's like you're not really making anything because you're getting the joy out of it. Now imagine doing it, being joyful in it, and making money.
And it gives you the flexibility of being you, of trying the new things that, you probably couldn't have tried if you're like stuck to a particular, budget or things. But, something that this is you and you've done it. And it gives you that satisfaction that at the end of the day, I did this.
Yeah.
I did this. That's so beautiful. What gives you the motivation to keep going? You're a woman who's always on the go, always on the move. I mean, she's just going. I know you want to start this thing. Tell us about it. First of all, tell us about
I got so carried away with others. So my business is I'm doing a mobile gym, and my mobile gym, I'm going to go from place to place, do corporate events. I can do a pop-up up on the beach or whatever. And my idea was to not only help people to change their way of living and have a healthy lifestyle, but also to teach them a little bit of self-defense. So it's a kind of a combination of personal training, self-defense, self-awareness, self-confidence. And at the end of the day, my ultimate goal is to build up your self-esteem, to build up your confidence as a woman, as a kid, as an elderly person, as a handicapped person, because I can teach this to anybody. And my satisfaction is actually seeing you expand and be the person who you thought you never could be.
Wow. I love the idea of a mobile gym. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, this, like I was saying in one, I think what show it was, and I said, money is really just ideas. Having ideas, but having the guts to, to actually do it.
Yeah.
And this is so cool. Yeah. A mobile gym. So you can go to them. There's no excuse now.
Yeah. and that was another thing, because, a lot of people are stuck at jobs, they're stuck at work, and they can't really do it. Or, when they get off work, they're tired. After fighting traffic, you're not trying to go to the gym.
Right.
You're trying to get home.
And you bring the gym to them.
So I bring it to them, and whatever it is that they want to do, whatever it is they want to work on, whatever it is they want to experience or expand, I'm there to help them to do that.
That's amazing.
And at the same time, teaching them things that you need to learn and you need to know for life, just for your own personal safety.
So there's a lot of cookies in the jar.
There's a lot, and I'm constantly adding to it. I also am going to start going. I'm going back to school for physical therapy, so I can add that into it as well.
Wow.
I met a young lady who lived on one side of town, but she had to drive 45 minutes. She had to catch an Uber to go 45 minutes to go to physical therapy, and she could only do 2 times a week when she needed 5 days a week.
Oh, wow.
So I'm telling her, I was like, 5 days a week. I was like, you don't have to go anywhere. I can bring it to you.
That's
I was like, she was like, oh my God, what? I was like, yeah. And I began to explain to her what was going on in the business. And she was like, oh my God, can you just let me know? Just give me your information. I said, sure, I don't have a problem with that.
That's amazing.
But that's the satisfaction that I get. There's somebody who has to go clear across town, clearly needs more than 2 days a week, but can only get, 2, she needs 5. And for some reason, she's not able to do it. She can't drive because she had a stroke, and on her right side, she's paralyzed on the right side. So it's perfect.
It's just amazing. Just listening to you, what comes to mind to me is right now is that we all have something that someone else needs, but it's just being clear with yourself what you bring to the table.
Right.
Someone else there definitely needs that and is ready to jump on it. But do you have the guts to dream? And if you have the guts to dream, do you have the guts to go for it?
Yes.
Give birth to that dream, because someone needs you. And that's exactly what you're doing. I mean, that's exactly, people are like, ooh, you come to me?
Yeah.
I don't have to go to the gym again. But you bring the gym to me, a mobile gym. And that's what comes from self-actualization. When we found self, we found purpose. And it brings wholeness to everything we do. My goodness, amazing, amazing, amazing. I feel like I could go on with you. So the motivation, one more time, to keep going.
So I am motivated by failure. And I say that because a lot of things in life I've failed at. But guess what? I'm still standing.
Whoa, amazing. So
And failure is not an end game.
It's just the beginning.
Failure
of
is just the beginning, of an end.
Wow.
I'm a fighter by nature, and I'm very resilient. So if something comes my way and I'm not able to navigate through it right away, I might get a setback or 2 or 3 or 4.
Well, that's okay.
But that's fine. I'm okay with that. To me, those are just things that says, okay.
All right. Let's go back to the drawing room.
Yeah. You have to, regroup. And it's almost like playing football, when you're down, 4 points or whatever in the football game, and you got 30 seconds left on the board, and somebody, the quarterback tells you, okay, I'm gonna throw the ball to you, the receiver, I need you to get out there. I need you to get in the end zone.
Right.
And he throws a Hail Mary with all these people are coming, they're bombarding him and attacking him, and he can't find a way, and all of a sudden he finds a way and launches that ball, and the receiver's right there, right before the end zone, catches the ball and then gets that touchdown. That's what failure is to me.
Wow, amazing.
That's what it is to
me. I love the way you color it. It's beautiful, and it helps the mind that way.
Yeah.
So it's not a painful thing. It's actually something that is very doable. Yeah. How do you relax? How do you unwind? How do you, just...
How do I woosah?
That's a new one. Woosah. Okay. Oh. How do you woosah? Okay, let's go with that. It's woosah time.
So woosah.
Ooh, I love that.
Woosah, we breathe. No, I find relaxation in just being with family. I find hanging out, with taking the time that I normally don't have, to just kind of kick back and see how everybody's day is going.
Right.
I like to read. I like going to the beach. In fact, I just got that mobile home.
All right, so
I'm putting that thing to use right now.
Oh wow!
I like driving to the beach and just opening it up and just watching the sunset. Or the sunrise, or, just things that are just very tranquil. I like getting my nails and my toes done. I'm sure every woman loves
that. Beautiful. I know. No, it's important for women to be able to just do things for themselves. Yeah. In that way, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel fulfilled. And like I said, what's in the cup is mine. It's what pours out of it, is for other people. Right. So you let your cup run over. I want to thank you so much for being part of the show, just pouring what you have onto us and being a blessing. Just looking back, you are actually living your dream. It's something we can all fall back onto and be encouraged and be inspired by what you are doing. Be fit for life. Thank you so much, Heather, for being on the show. And for you listening, thank you so much for being a part of the show. Women Making Money. Let's go dream and dream big. Don't forget to subscribe our new YouTube channel. It's at Women Making Money. one word, and share some of your dreams in the comments below. We'd love to have it. I want to say thank you, and I look forward to seeing you again next time. Till then, bye-bye.